you know what that means. Kitty's Corner! Today, we're going to read... What are we reading today? We are reading The House on the Rock. We're going to read about two friends who built their houses on separate foundations, and then we'll find out what happens in the story. I'm not going to tell you now because we're going to read it, aren't we? Yes. So I'm going to bring back an old book that I was reading a few weeks ago. It's called Bible Parables, and the illustrator is... The illustrations were done by Gustavo Mazzali. And then, the book is by Christian Art Publishers. Here it is. And it has a whole bunch of other books, but I'm going to read one story from here today. I hope you enjoy it, and let's get into it. The House on the Rock. This story can also be found in Matthew chapter 7, verse 24 to 27. Here it is, the house that's on the rock. Okay. There once were two friends who were thinking about building their own homes. They talked about it and looked for places to build. Finally, each of them decided where he would build his home. Then they began to haul in building materials. The first man wanted a home with a beautiful view, so he began building his house on the beach. He didn't even think about the fact that he was building his house on sand. This was foolish because sand has no foundation for a house. Not a good place to build. The other man was wiser. He went over to his foolish friend and told him it's a bad idea to build a house on sand. But the foolish friend wouldn't listen. I like it here, he said. See the beautiful view? The wise man found a flat area away from the beach. This is where I will build my house, he said, right here on this sturdy rock. He knew this was a safe place to build his house. See what happens when you use your brains. One night, there came a terrible storm. The foolish man was frightened and ran outside, just in time to save his life. Soon, the wind crushed the house and the waves washed it into the sea. So scary. He lost his home because he wouldn't listen. Meanwhile, the wise man sat safely in his house that was built on the sturdy rock. Although the wind blew and blew, the house stood strong. The wise man was not afraid. He knew he had built his house on a firm ground. To end us off, here is a verse from the Bible. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. Yet it did not fall, because it had its foundations on the rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on sand. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell with a great crash. That's Matthew 7, verse 24 to 27. And here is the foolish man looking at the remains of his house. Don't be foolish. That's the end of our story today. Like it if you like it. And if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so that you don't miss out on a thing. I hope you guys enjoyed the story, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!